If you play through even one Zelda game, chances are you're going to have a lot of fond memories from what you've just experienced. So it's no surprise that I decided to come up with a list of my 10 most memorable moments from the Legend of Zelda series. Well, the ones I've played anyway. These moments are the ones I'll always remember the most, either for the surprise, anger, or laughter they bring me. Please keep in mind that this list will contain spoilers for various Zelda games. You have been warned. And please try to remember that this is a personal list and it will most likely be a lot different from yours. Having said that, I'll start off with number 10.
10th place.
After successfully taking care of the 3 Puppet Ganons, it's finally time to confront Ganondorf himself. Ooh, have you ever seen Link take such a beating before? After the cutscene, it's time for the final boss fight. And wait, what's this? Wait, Zelda's gonna join the fight? Seriously? Oh, what you gonna do now, Ganondorf? You can't take both of us on. What you gonna do? What you gonna... Oh, jeez.
9th place.
Sometimes words can never truly describe what you have to say. I'll let you see for yourself. At the beginning of The Wind Waker, you're told a summary about the events of what happened in Ocarina of Time. It also sets up for what's about to happen in The Wind Waker, but it leaves you with the mystery of what happened to Hyrule, because it suddenly just disappeared. Halfway through the game, you confront Ganondorf for the first time. Ooh, I guess the Master Sword doesn't work anymore. You got a problem. Before you can get it fixed, you learn the events about what happened to Hyrule. Man, they flooded the place? Desperate times calls for desperate measures, huh?
7th place.
It might be a little surprising that this is going to be the only Link to the Past entry on my list, but don't get me wrong, the game is still full of great and memorable moments. But the one that just caught me by surprise is when you enter into the Dark World for the first time and... I see a bunny. I mean, was no one else caught off guard by that? The Triforce turns you into what your heart and mind reflect. A bunny. Your heart and mind reflected you as a bunny, Link? Well, that would make sense for another game.
6th place.
Regardless about how you feel about Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, you can't argue with the fact that there are definitely some memorable moments, even if they were moments of extreme frustration. Much like any other Zelda game, you have to talk to other characters in order to progress further into the game. And then there's the one guy with the name you'll never be able to forget. I'm sorry, your name is Error? Is this a joke? Or are you really trying to say you are an error in the game? Then later on you find out that is his real name and you need to talk to him in order to find out a clue about how to get to one of the dungeons. Seriously, who would name their kid Error? I don't even want to make a sick joke about that. That's just sad.
5th place.
This entry is going to make me look like a complete idiot, but I still want to go over it just because it's a moment I'll never forget. Before The Wind Waker came out, I got the pre-order bonus of the Ocarina of Time and Master Quest, and inside was a preview booklet of The Wind Waker. I saw one of the characters, Tetra, and thought, huh, looks like a cool guy. Yeah, you heard what I said. Then I played the game and found out Tetra's a girl? I mean, forget about the fact that she turns into Zelda. I just couldn't believe that that was supposed to be a girl. I mean, look at this picture. If this was the first time you saw a Tetra, would you think this was a girl? Probably not. And if you said yes, stop lying to yourself. But I gotta give you credit, Zelda. When you want to hide your identity, you do it better than anybody else.
4th place.
Okay, so you probably know where this one's going, but I still have to give a small explanation about it. Once you talk to the Goron leader, you find out he's not in a very good mood. Well, with his people starving to death and all that, so there's only one thing you can do to make him feel better. Go talk to your best friend in the Lost Woods, then watch the following cutscene. If the song didn't make you feel better, I'm sure the cutscene did. For those of you waiting, here's the only entry of Majora's Mask on my list. Why is it the only one? Please read the following words. And with that cleared up, let me just say that Majora's Mask is full of memorable moments just like any other Zelda game. But one of the most memorable things to me are the side quests, especially this one, where you're being recruited by this little girl to help stop an invasion of ghosts at a ranch. And yes, it's actually ghosts, not aliens. Running around the ranch shooting ghosts on horseback, the pressure building up that the ghosts are getting closer. Ah, what a great side quest. If only I didn't have to wait around so long for it to start working. Yeah, I could go do something else, but then I might not be able to get back in time. I can only have Epona do the moonwalk for so long in a circle. If you've played through Ocarina of Time, chances are you probably remember this pain in the neck. I mean, she probably does give Link a pain in the neck. And let's not forget about her special ability, which is the same function as a cardboard box. After clearing Jabu Jabu's belly, she becomes infatuated with your abilities and skills and decides to give you the Zora's Sapphire, which is also the Zora's engagement ring. Poor Link has no idea what that means. Yet somehow 7 years later, when you meet her in the Water Temple, he understands what fiancé means. I said it before and I'll say it again. Where's your Triforce of Courage now, huh, Link? If you remembered, I started off this list with Zelda joining the fight. But what happens when Zelda's a part of the fight, and she's the one you're fighting against? Well, I mean, it's Ganondorf, but he's using her like a puppet. I mean, first, she flings Midna away from the battle scene, confronts Link, picks up the sword all Yoda style, and I'm just riddled with the question, how am I supposed to fight Zelda? I'm supposed to be protecting her. What am I supposed to do to stop her? Oh, you mean I have a tennis match with her just like A Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time, and Wind Waker? So I'm assuming I'm going to be seeing that in Skyward Sword too, huh? But still, for that brief moment, you had to fight Zelda, the same person you were sworn to protect. And that moment of anger when I had to fight her under Ganondorf's control is something I'm never going to be able to forget, making this my personal memorable moment from the Zelda series. Currently, of course. And that about wraps it up for my 10 most memorable moments from the Legend of Zelda series. If you have your own list, go ahead and leave a comment about your 10 most memorable moments from the Legend of Zelda series. Use the Force! The Triforce!